What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman. Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 170, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Glen Helen Raceway is putting up some big money coming up in the next couple weeks here. We're excited to talk about that. Also, the World Two-Stroke Championship coming up next weekend, so get your two-strokes ready. And in this video, we're going to talk to Bud Feldkamp, the owner of Glen Helen Raceway, about the exciting stuff that they got going on. All right, guys, so we're here at Glen Helen Raceway. I'm here with Bud Feldkamp, the owner of Glen Helen Raceway, the man who's in charge of keeping this place around, and I'm thankful to have an awesome track for motocross action to come and test at every day of the week and race every single weekend. And we got some pretty cool news. Of course, the two-stroke race is coming up next weekend, big money in the Open Pro class and the Pasha 125 Pro, the 30 Plus Pro, and the 50 Plus classes. But we also got some big money on the line for the Stopwatch Nationals. So the Stopwatch National has been around for a long time. That kind of tagline is for Glen Helen because it's known for being a place where factory teams and top riders from all over the world come to race, but also come to test during the week and get their bikes ready for the outdoor season. This year, coming into the 2024 Pro Motocross season, we don't have a national at Glen Helen, but Glen Helen, it sounds like you guys are trying to get a national back in the future. They're offering $10,000 to the fastest riders in town, and got some pretty cool stuff going on. So Bud, can you just tell us about the idea and what made you guys want to do this?
Sure. The Stopwatch National was started like 10 years ago as kind of a quasi-national. We thought we'd do it on Thursday, you know, and it would just a lot of the guys are here practicing for the opening round at Paula, and we thought, well, why don't we have a little race, you know? They presented this to me, and I said, well, yeah, it's a good idea. Why don't we have a race? Because the guys are already here already, you know, and I talked to Troy and Jody, and they said, well, why not? And I said, okay, so I put up $10,000 to have a race. We're going to have it on Thursday, May 16th, I think it is. But the 2 weekends before, the Thursdays before, we're going to have the same track. So when the pros come out to practice, or anybody comes out to practice, they'll be riding the same track that they're going to have the race on May 16th. So the two-moto race, 30 minutes long, plus one lap, and the combination of both motos. And we have a payout schedule, and we'll pay cash on that day. And there's a lot of people say, well, are you trying to have a national? No, it's just a practice. But we all know that practice is best if you practice in a race scenario. You know, you can practice all day long, go ride, do laps, but there's nothing like a race scenario. Yeah. And that's we're trying to give them that part of a practice, and to make it more interesting for the spectators and motivational, I said, okay, I'll put up a $10,000 and we'll have a Stopwatch National, and that's what we're going to do.
Awesome. Okay. So it's going to be pretty cool. The one big topic with Glen Helen and with factory riders wanting to come here and train and test is that obviously the track is open to the public, so you have novices, vet riders, everybody out there at the same time. Well, for these 3 days, I believe it's May 2nd, May 9th, and May 16th, they'll have 3 sessions that are closed for pros only. Correct. The track will be completely the national track. It'll be prepped more like a national track, watered, ripped a little bit deeper. Pros will be invited out to have those pro-only practice sessions where you don't have to worry about other riders on the track. And then you'll have May 2nd and May 9th to kind of prepare for it, get some good testing in for the nationals. And then May 16th, you'll have a practice in the morning, 2 30-minute motos. So the winner of the overall was going to get $4,000 to the winner. It drops down to $2,000 for second. It's $1,250 for third, $800 for fourth, $625 for fifth, $500 for sixth, $375 for seventh, $250 for eighth, $125 for ninth, and $75 for 10th place. So paying out through the top 10, I think it's great for privateers and a good incentive to get some factory riders out here as well.
Absolutely, and you know, and the spectators on practice days come free. You know, they're in free. We only charge for the motorcycle, but on this race day, on the 16th only, we're going to charge spectators because we think we'll get some spectators out. But we're only going to charge $10 online. It's going to pre-buy online up until race day or Thursday. Now again, this is on Thursday, and then it'll be $20 on the same day of the race. So get your ticket early, go online, Glen Helen website, and you can, spectate, watch the pros race for 10,000 bucks on a Thursday.
Yeah, and the cool part too is that the proceeds that come from the spectators, those are going to the Alpine Stars medical unit, right?
Absolutely. All proceeds that come from admission for the spectators will go to Alpine Star Medical Unit.
Cool.
So it's a charity event in that aspect.
Awesome. And then last question, everybody wants to know about the National. When you guys, everybody asks every year, why isn't Glen Helen on the series? So what's it from the owner here?
Yeah, the owner, Glen Helen, is willing, able to put on a National. A National should be a Glen Helen, but you can't negotiate with yourself. You have to have two people to negotiate. And we haven't heard from the National promoters, and we haven't heard from them for probably 2 or 3 years. So, but we're sitting here ready, willing, and able. Cool. And then last topic, I guess. The second to last. This is a pretty sweet trophy. What was the inspiration of this? Troy Lee. This is a Troy Lee special. So it'll have a mounting on the bottom, but it'll be all the signatures going to first place. And we're also going to race the 250s against the 450s. Yeah. They're all in the same race. You know, you can ride whatever you want to ride. I don't care what you. So, but this will be the inaugural trophy that will go to the Stopwatch National first place. Gas will be here, and he talked to his son. The Max is the manager. Yeah. They'll be here, and also Bar X Motorsports, the Suzuki guys will be here. So we have them committed already, so cool. Verbally. And you can count me down as one of them as well. Okay. I'll be here. All right. Looking forward to it. Looking ahead to this weekend's Seattle Supercross, it's going to be an exciting one. Hopefully it doesn't rain this weekend. We're filming this video early in the week, so hopefully the forecast will change. Right now it looks clear and cloudy leading up to the weekend, and then it says light rain on Saturday in Seattle, so hopefully that changes. Fingers crossed there, but either way, Seattle, the dirt is usually pretty soft and rutted up there, even if it doesn't get a ton of rain, so I think it'll make for a technical track this weekend in Seattle. Coming into it, it's the 250 West class. They're back on track this weekend. Levi Kitchen, Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider, he leads the championship with the red plate. Jordan Smith, he is now 4 points behind him, with RJ Hampshire 5 points back. Garrett Marchbanks, he's 19 points back, and Joe Shimoda is 5th in the championship, but he's pretty far back. He's 32 points back in this thing. So the front of the pack really is Levi Kitchen, Jordan Smith, and RJ Hampshire battling for this championship. It's going to be exciting to see those guys back on track this weekend. They'll also be racing next weekend in St. Louis, and then the series is taking a weekend off. So the 250 East guys, they got a little break here. Talking about the 450 class from Seattle Supercross, last year it was Eli Tomac that got the win. Cooper Webb was second, and Justin Barsha was third. Last year, Jet Lawrence, he won in the 250 class at Seattle Supercross, and of course, he's on a roll right now. Hopefully he doesn't win 4 in a row. We want to see some new winners at the front of this thing. I am a Jet Lawrence fan. The guy's incredible on the bike, but I think everybody wants to see some more people at the front of the pack battling for these wins and keeping the championship a little bit closer than it already has been. Also, MX8 Fantasy League, we want to give a huge shout out to Rideman14 for winning last weekend's race at Indianapolis. He scored 276 points and he earned the Nackstar wheel set, so congratulations to him. Thank you to Nackstar USA for providing those wheels for our giveaway. This weekend, we're giving away an OGO gear bag to the winner of the MX8 Fantasy League, so who doesn't like that? I know a lot of people who need gear bags, and maybe their gear bag's a little bit old, a little bit worn out, and need a fresh one from OGO. So this weekend, awesome chance to win. Free to download the app, free to play. MX8 Fantasy League, get signed up. Place your picks for the top 6 riders in 250 and 450 classes, and you can also pick the amount of riders that you think the 450 winner will lap and the amount of seconds they'll have at the finish line between first and second place. My go-to is kind of always, I think they'll lap up to 10th place, and I think they'll have about a 10-second gap. That's kind of like my go-to, but either way, MX8 Fantasy League this weekend from Seattle Supercross. Get signed up now. Also, big news, my brother signed with the Star Racing Yamaha team, Michael Mosiman. I'm super proud of him and excited to see him make his debut with the Star Racing Yamaha team on that YZ250F. He says that he loves the bike. He's been having a good time training and working with the Star Racing Yamaha crew over in Florida. So excited to see him make his debut with the new team and see how things go for him. It's a 2-year deal, so really proud of him. Rest of this year for 2024 and a full contract for the 2025 season. Excited to see how little bro does on the new bike. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, we just posted a couple of videos on our YouTube channel, our YZ125 tested video. That was a lot of fun having Connor Stiers on there ride the bike and then talk about it afterwards. And we just posted our 2024.5 Husqvarna FC250 Rockstar Edition video on the YouTube channel yesterday. That was an exciting one. One big topic I didn't mention, it's not a huge topic, but the shrouds are brand new on that bike. You guys remember the old Husky shrouds used to
have that kind of slap-on plastic piece to cover up the WP shock so that you wouldn't adjust the clickers with your knee pads and your knee braces. So they came up with a new shroud now that covers the shock and makes it a little more simple and clean. That's one thing I forgot to mention in that video, but lots of other stuff I did mention. Be sure to check it out now on our website. Exciting stuff coming up next weekend for the two-stroke world championships at Glen Helen Raceway. Practice on Friday, March 29th, racing on Saturday, March 30th. They almost did a 2-day format for the World Two-Stroke Championship this year, but they decided to bring it back to a 1-day race format. So practice Friday, race Saturday, Easter Sunday, no racing. So that makes things simple, clean, and easy for the weekend. I'm excited for it. Ryan Villapoto, he's coming out to race it this year on a YZ250 two-stroke. That's going to be exciting. And then him and Fast House are actually raffling off that bike, giving it away to a winner. So check out the Fast House Instagram to learn more about that bike giveaway. Ryan Villapoto racing the two-stroke race in the Open Pro class. Now that is exciting stuff. They're giving away big money prizes for the Open Pro class, but of course, Pasha, he's putting up huge money in the 150 Open classes, paying 3 different classes, the 125 Pro class, the over 30 Pro class, and the over 50 Pro class. I'm excited to be racing on Pasha's bike this year and excited to go for the money in that 125 Pro class. They're giving away $2,000 to the winner, $1,000 for second, $500 for third, $400 for fourth, and $300 for fifth in the Pasha 125 Pro class. The 30 plus and 50 plus, not quite as much money to the winner. They're giving away $1,500 to the winner, $1,000 for second, $500 for third, $400 for fourth, and $300 for fifth. So if you're over 30, over 50, or anywhere in between, come race in the 125 Open classes. Even if you don't have your pro card, nobody's checking, you can come race either of those classes. It's going to be a fun one. Or if you don't fit into those categories and you want to come race another two-stroke, we have tons of classes at the Glen Helen World Two-Stroke Championships. Hope to see you guys there. All right, guys, that's all for this week at MXA, episode number 170. Hope to see you guys at the two-stroke race next weekend. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.
Go stand next to Josh with your matching t-shirt.
I'll stand behind him and then step around.
You guys, yeah. No, to get no,
Hey,
the twins. The twins.
Are you
Here
ready?
are the twins.
Yep.